Hi, my name is Margaret Sass, and I am the Assistant Director of Service Learning. I am bringing you some information regarding service learning and team teaching. Team teaching is actually two or more professors working together to incorporate service learning into a classroom. Usually they're teaching the class together. So we are going to be discussing a description of courses, what is team teaching, what is behind an alternative break, how to learn and add service learning, and ways to evaluate. I want you to do a small group activity, and I'm going to show you a little bit closer in case you want to incorporate it into this discussion. You have been called to participate in a multidisciplinary study abroad service learning project. Identify 3 challenges that you might anticipate managing while you work with 2 or more people from different departments that you have just met. Then identify how you might manage these challenges. You have 10 minutes. You can pause if you need to at this moment. Reflection questions are very important to incorporate in any classroom, especially service learning. You have content, social skills, and personal learning. These are the different types of reflection questions that you can use also towards the actual assignment I just gave you as a group discussion. So why service learning? You have exposure to different cultures and social concerns. Community needs assistance, meaning that you are actually trying to help the community that you are working with. Opportunity for the students to learn more about their skills and knowledge, especially when they're using those in the field. Team building, teamwork is very important, that you have peers that you're working with, and you have an opportunity to work with other different types of disciplines as well. And you also get to practice interpersonal relationships not only with your peers, but the students as well, and as the students interact with each other. And it also increases civic engagement and cultural awareness, specifically towards alternative breaks. Pros of team teaching. As you can see, pros of team teaching offer several different things. Representation of different departments, different perspectives, different teaching techniques, and a stronger relationship between teachers and faculty. And a shared responsibility, which is the most important. Now, what are the cons of team teaching? Different teaching styles may confuse students, lack of communication and consistency, responsibility is not shared correctly, and there's confusion of the roles for the poor students. Different types of team teaching. These are the different types of team teaching that you can do within the classroom. Here is another assignment that I suggest to work with students. However, you can do it through this overview as well. So if you want to pause this review, please do so. So developing an alternative break. I actually incorporated this into it because a lot of alternative breaks are incorporating service learning. This is basically a discussion on its own, but I give you a brief overview of what you probably need to think about before you start creating an alternative break. Items to discuss during the planning meetings. This is right before you actually start the class that you may want to discuss with your co-worker, co-faculty member. I highlighted faculty reflections because I felt this was the most important, that sometimes is left out, that the faculty should reflect upon their own and not just expect the students to do so. Here's another activity that I suggest that you do. I find this really fun and I've used this several times. So here's the key code, but you would actually do the assignment ahead of time and then you would give them the key code afterward. You can also pause this and use this as well. Now lastly, I want to discuss assessments and evaluations. You have quantitative, you have qualitative, you have survey of students, survey of community members, and instructor reflection. Qualitative is a pre and post assessment. that can be quantitative and qualitative. Quantitative usually involves surveys or something that involves a Likert scale. Qualitative are usually reflections about the process before, during, and after. A survey of students is always a good thing to do to see how they felt about the class and the assignment. The survey of community members, really important to understand if you even met their needs, and instructor reflection, which I have already briefly talked about. I hope you learned something here today. I hope you're able to incorporate service learning into your next alternative break course. Thanks and have a good day.